Okay, so we're here now with home. Here we're home. And we're going to talk about the very situation everyone is raving about. Yes. I don't know how it's about to go, but I'll just ask a few questions. Kind of go from there. That's about it. But you got what I text message, right? Okay, so you said okay, so we're just already to the first question. Just gonna jump right in. All right, cool. So you're kind of answering my first question, which is give us a story on what's going on between you and Miami. Start on that. So just continue. So he said he got worse when he changed his name to Miami, King Miami. See, I was mad because I was friends with Velo. Okay, makes sense. He got worse when he changed his name to King Miami. Then he got worse when I kept beating him. Okay. So that's is that it or is there more? He kept saying he wants his revenge in his life. I hadn't watched it, so I'm just gonna assume he did say that because I beat him with big. Okay. Okay, fair. Okay. Again, I'm neutral to this. I am very neutral. So his brother was beefing with me out of nowhere. Okay. Miami was starting to argue with me. This is question one, by the way. Starting to argue me. Shit, what am I doing? I need some gameplay. You play the fucking game.
I am eager to win.
Ask me any questions? Alright.
Silver has been acting kind of
We
strange.
kind of just answered my first question, which was like, give us a story, like your story on the whole thing. Which you did. So that's question one out the way. I could probably just screenshot these. That was the first question. Second question. Okay. Question two. Do you think people acknowledge the fact that you're better than Miami? That's the second question. That is the second question. Like, do you think people know that, yeah, I'm better than this guy? That was determined in a 1v1? Okay. They don't know. At the moment, they don't know. But you know that you're better than him. Is that correct?
The pieces are
Yes.
falling
Alright,
into
he said
place.
yes. Cool. Alright. Why is that?
Nothing will stop me now.
Why is that?
We're
Why is that? Why do you think that you're better than Miami? Because he often plays bad? Okay, how so? Like, explain. When he's angry? Okay. So he just kind of messes up?
Snoop.
Okay, like, when he plays angry, but that's not going into much detail. And his acceleration is bad? Okay. Well, okay. So there's that. Wait, let me pause this. This is not gonna work if I race. Um. Okay, so he said the reason why I mostly beat him in private, but never in live games. Okay. Mostly beat him in private. So okay. So I got a question. I got another question. So is this possibly for like what you beat him in private, right? So what? Do you have any proof? Video evidence or screenshots that you could use in defense to that? Never. It's probably saying never. Okay, so you don't have any of the proof that you've beaten this dude. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Alright. Ooh. I got another. Alright, here's the next question. Here's the next question. When for you did this war start? Last time you beat him was 4-1. I'll put that in the video. Put that in there. But yeah, here's the next question is when for you did this war start? Like when did the actual hatred start? The start of June. So what happened during June that caused this just like this tension to build up and explode? He hated me because I was beating him in races more often. Okay. So it was the races that he was getting mad at. This was during the start of June? Okay, yeah, this was during the start of June. He hated me because I was beating him in racing more often. Then he started to put me on YouTube, which is true. We'll get to that one in a minute. To that question in a second. So, yes, which is true. Okay. Hmm. I might know why, but I might know why. Cause there was a whatchamacallit. I know you made one about this one person like Rocket Girl. I know you made a video on them, which is like his girlfriend at the time, or it was just his girlfriend currently. My bad. currently. Why is that? You think that could have been the reason? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was the reason. Cause like yeah, cause if y'all noticed, he posted one way before Miami did. Like way before Miami did. Like I think that was the first one that like yeah, you were the first one to strike blood, man. What up? He won't tell us. Yeah, yeah, you're probably right. Probably right. You probably won. Okay. So, mm. So that just leads me to my next question. The videos, yes, the videos. The two 1 hour videos that were made this week. Did you get the chance to watch them? Did you get a chance to watch those two videos? Okay. He says yes. What were your first thoughts when those videos came out? He's thinking right now. He's thinking. I felt a bit betrayed by Dry, which is Velo. How so? Because he sent the clips to Miami. Oh. Okay. Because he sent the clips to Miami. Fair enough. Therefore, Miami put it on YouTube. So that was. You're saying that was Velo's taking. But yeah. Let's say, how could it have been Velo? I mean, it was Miami's girlfriend. So that makes the most sense. So maybe, I don't know, he had something to do with it. Maybe it was like older races. I don't know for sure. I really don't know for sure. Dry sent them unknowingly, so he never knew Miami would put it on YouTube. Okay. Alright. Okay. So this is like going into the Miami video question. How have you thought like how the public whatchamacallit, like the community sees you now after those videos are dropped? Like when you talk to the community, what do they see you as? Like what do you perceive them to be as now that they've seen the videos? Like to say, I'd say speechless. Okay. Like go more into depth about it. He's thinking right now. He's thinking right now. Because I'm a great player, right? Right, that is true. He is a good player. And the community saw like the low lights, well, the low lights. But yeah, like public perception now thinks that you're not as good as you seem. That's what I'm getting out of it. Because they are both like 2 1-hour videos essentially. People think I'm bad because I'm losing to Dry in the 1v1s. I mean, again, that's just me talking. I mean, even so, I'm neutral. I'm neutral, so I don't know for sure. All right. So which leads to my next question. Do you have a response to the videos? Do you have a response? Like, besides this, what else are you going to do to clear your name? Maybe just changing my name. You think that would just be enough? I'm talking about a response. Or just quit TSR. Okay. So that'd be a response to the beef. Just leave entirely. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Because it'll cause a war. I mean, we've already gotten this far. I mean, it couldn't get this much worse. Like, I'm just saying, it probably won't get this much worse. So you're pretty much already in a beef, pretty much. So it's like, you know, we don't want war, right? That depends. That really depends. I'm just here covering it. So I don't know, because it's between you and Miami. So it really is up to you. Because it, like, yeah, you're the main guy in this situation. Okay, alright. We're just breezing through these questions. God damn. Alright. Just breezing through these questions. You might want war, but you have the power to stop a war. How so? How do you have the power to stop a war? Because again, you said this. You can't take it back. Like, how do you have the power to stop a war? He's thinking right now. It's fine. He's thinking right now. You see, just tell them to block each other. I don't know if that will be a fact. Like, that's just me. Like, elaborate on that. I don't know what you mean. Elaborate on that. It'll just stop the argument for a few weeks. So you okay? So let me Okay, so your idea to stop this war, the power to stop a war, is by blocking people. Right. Right. Okay. When they don't talk to each other, they will less be hated. And what do you mean by they? Like you in Miami or Ryan? Like, what do you mean by they? Like whoever's in a war. Like what do you mean? It's literally you in Miami. Like this is between you two, right? Yes, you blocked him. All right. Yes. So Ohm blocked Miami. Okay. So that's your idea of a power to stop a war is by blocking people. Is that correct? I tried this with Velo. Is that your idea? Is that your idea of blocking a war or stopping it? No, not just that. Okay, then what else? Just add another person who's responsible, but who is responsible for this? Like it's only like explain like who's the other person? Who's another person who's responsible? Like name the names. Like who are these people you're talking about? You or Dry? How was I responsible for this? Say, say I don't get it. How am I involved in this or Dry? I mean, I can understand Dry, but I don't understand me. Like, elaborate. But at the same time, it could be. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I just came back. Just like make my mind of negative. How so? Wait. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa there, Bucko. What are you talking about? Like what? Okay, these are some serious accusations. These are some crazy accusations. Wait a minute, dude. What? I tell you my problems, you give me advice. Okay. So how am I responsible for this? Or how is well, if you go back, yeah, you can explain it. Well, I explain it, but still. Okay. Um home? Okay. You usually are responsible for the problems that you caused? Ha okay. Give me an example. Because this is just taking a crazy turn. Well, Dry. Remember the live? Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. The I use base character stream. Yeah, that. So he's talking about the base character stream when we talked about the exact same situation. But that was last year's. That was like last year. We're talking about now. But we can switch it over to last year if you really want. Like, I was kind of curious at the time. I don't know if I'll add that in there, but I probably will. So okay, let's just go back to last year. All right, since we're already on that topic. Okay, this was a question from one of my anonymous sources. Do you think the people have forgotten about the past situation? That's the next question. Do you think people have forgotten about the past situation? Yes. Alright, and here's the follow-up. And if so, do you think the people who hate you are willing to give you a second chance? From that past situation. You're willing to give the people that don't like you a second chance? Depending on who it is. Okay. So it depends. Okay. So like drop names. Like do some name dropping from the past situation. Reaper. Okay. M Light. M Light. Vader and Zeman and Xenonol. And Claire. Okay, so these are the people they named that he's willing to forgive. Which is okay. What about Miami or Dry? I mean, actually, yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, what about Miami or Dry? Like the main people in this beef. Dry Miami is a 50-50. Interesting. It. All right, we're good. We're good. It's a 50-50. Yeah, just given how everything is. Okay. Okay. All right. But yeah. This is probably my last question. My last question. What is your main goal for this beef? Like, what do you want to get out of it? When you look back at all this and you realize the war, right? What do you want to get out of it? Like, what happens if you win? Like, what do you do if you win? If you do, you lose. Like, what do you want out of it? I'd talk to Miami and sort things out if I win. Okay. If I lose, I will. Maybe be just friends. So when after all this is said and done, when the war is over, you'll try to be friends with Miami. Essentially. If you lose. That's if. I just want peace with everyone. Okay. It's fair enough. Okay. So wait. I might have another question. So let me think about it. Let me think about it. What is the question? What is the question? The question is. I gotta think on this one. So, okay. I've noticed recently when you've streamed, you've like with Miami. I noticed you called him Trash Miami a lot. You called him Trash Miami for. And I just want to know like why. Why is that? And you. Okay, so he admits that he has. Like what inspired you to name that? Name to call Miami trash. Trash my like trash and then Miami in the next sentence. Wait, let me read it. Alright, wait, hold up. Let me check. Let me check something real quick. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. I gotta check my mic all the time. I do that because he loses to many players and then gets angry. Example, Azalon the weirdo. Okay. Like was this like has this been documented that he loses very often? Like you claim to say? Like is it documented? I don't expose him. So who does? So who does expose him? Because if I do, he's my enemy. And he is now. So why don't you come forth with all the evidence and proof like that you've built up? Like why hold back? People think I've changed. Okay, you didn't answer my question, but go ahead, go ahead. And they see me different than I usually am. Like how so? Like how does public opinion see you as? Like what like what's the reason for you saying what you've said? Like why do you think people see you different now than you did before? Than before? Hold up. Okay. All right, this calls for a brief intermission. All right. You're right back, chat. Because they usually know that I'm just a normal guy, you know. Guess that's the response. They usually, but when I seem different, everyone will act different to me and argue. Why do you think that's the case? Like, because how I've changed. Like, okay, you hadn't explained why you think you like you hadn't explained the question. Like, you really hadn't explained it really well. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm seeing. But I'm just saying, other than Vila, like who else? Keeper. That's why they unfriended me. They saw the like. The different part of me, the different part of me, if it makes sense. Um, sure. Basically, the angry side of me. Yeah. Okay. So now, let me switch things up. So recently this year, Miami gifted you, or not gifted. He told you essentially that you were the king, right? And for a few months, that's been the case. You've been winning races. You just been killing the game, just really reigning over TSR, quote unquote, like to say, right? And this month, which was like June, or yeah, it was around June, Mayish, he took it back from you, right? You haven't? Are you sure? Are you sure? I was losing when I was king. I was getting targeted, but you weren't here. Yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't here for that, but yeah, that's what I've heard. Like once you became king, people just started targeting you like crazy. Okay. So like when Miami took it back, was that the start? Like do you think that, you know, whatchamacallit, that kind of built something in you to be like, yo, I'm actually better than this dude. You're not better than, yeah, look, being honest, I think he was making me king even though he was better than me. But he retired though. But also at the same time he retired essentially. That was the case. So when Miami was gone, it was essentially just you. Like you were the only one left. Like I was gone, Dry was gone for a few days. Yeah, I wouldn't say a few days. It was more like a few weeks. Like he was out. Like so, it was literally just you out of the original group that stayed from the videos that I've made, essentially. I was going to retire at one point. Okay. Okay, I feel like we're getting a little bit off topic from the main like point why I have you here. The main point. I feel like we're kind of getting off topic. Because I enjoyed TSR at the same time. All right, so we're kind of getting off topic from the main point, the main argument of like why things happen to be where they are. My thing is, I gotta think. It's just the allegations that have just sprung up this past week. It's just the allegations stuff mostly. And I know I probably asked the same question like minutes ago. At the same time, elaborate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to do. It's just the allegations from the videos. the community, public opinion, essentially being against you, and the people that you knew unfollowing you at the same time, and also your reign as king being taken by the same guy who's given you king of TSR. Like after all of it, right? And now you're beefing with this guy too. And I'm just thinking, if, like you said, you guys are gonna 1v1, and I'm assuming you have all confidence that you are gonna beat him. My thing is, let me think about this question, because this is just off the dome. This is off the dome. Yeah, it's off the dome. So, it's gonna take me some time to think about. Shit. It's like at the end of the day, ooh, like at the end of the day, you just want peace, right? Which I'm gonna assume you say yes. Like, what's your resolution to it? What's your resolution? Like, what are the steps that you are currently taking to get that outcome? Okay, you see, and he's thinking. I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking. I'd say just ignore the negative stuff he does to me, and I just have a long conversation. Because I will explain stuff. Okay. I have hate for Miami, but I don't share it with him. Okay. I don't I don't be harsh on him. Okay. So wait, you're not harsh on Miami because I feel like something bad will happen, as it already has happened. So like at any point in this beef, you feel like you hadn't did anything to spark like any anger between Miami and you. Like you have no like you hadn't done anything. So he said yes. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. All right. All right. So for you, you're like on the defensive. I'm like, okay, why is he like this? So you're thinking he must be arguing with me for a reason. I got him hooked off with something. What do you mean something? Wait, so you got Miami hooked off with something. What is that something? Like I put his GF on in my video. Okay. So like before, like what I was talking about earlier. I'm thinking it's that. Because there wouldn't be another reason why he'd put me on YouTube like that. Okay. So, alright, we were like, what, 53? 50, it's been 53 minutes. Any questions? Any more questions? I got probably one more question to ask. If you are able to talk to Miami right now, what's the first thing you're gonna say? What would be the first thing you would talk to him about? Just why would he put me on YouTube? So that'd be the question. Why would you put him on YouTube? Ideas. Yes. Okay. Say, other than that, is there anything else you want to touch on? Since this is like the end of the conversation, this is pretty much like the end. Like, is there anything else you want to touch on? Anything you want to defend yourself against? Like, this is the time to do it. Like, any accusations you find that people are talking about, like anything you want to debunk. I'd say his GF. Like debunk, like you see, Dry told me. Dry to it. That's interesting. Him and them are working on a plan. Something. Yeah, Dry told you about his girlfriend. Got it. We don't know. So yeah, currently we don't know about this plan. And Miami said she's busy. Okay. So that's it. Nothing else. That's the one thing you want to debunk on. Or any false accusations you think that's been put against you. Like that's it. So what I'm saying is he wanted revenge. So I'm saying is he wanted revenge. His girlfriend wanted revenge as well because I tied for a 3 for 3. So you feel like all of this like beef and stuff is for like the revenge, is like avenging his GF essentially, or Miami's GF. Yes. So he said yes. All right. See, I'm gonna try to stretch it out for an hour. We got like 2 more minutes. So he thinks the reason why for this beef is just for the avenge. He's avenging his GF. Okay. So yeah. So that's it. That is all you want to touch on. I'm giving you an hour to discuss. Just 1 hour. And this is what you're gonna leave. This is what you want to leave off on. And he's thinking. He's thinking of other things. He's thinking what else he wants to talk about. I'd say sorry Tim, no point fighting him. So that is the last thing you want to leave off on. But there's no point in fighting him. Okay. So, alright. So that's what he's gonna end off in. There's no point in fighting Miami. Okay, that's it. Alright, well, it was good talking to you about this whole situation, this whole beef. You know, it's been me covering it for an hour, you know. Shoot. I know I'm probably gonna do the same thing again. I don't know when. Probably gonna do it again. And I thank you for coming out. Yeah. Because it will continue the war. But sure, I'm done. But yeah, that's what he wants to end off on. And yeah, this is M4 covering the beef, the situation. Yeah. Thank you for coming out. I'm out. Goodbye.